Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm back with some more Unturned. Hold on, my mic is not facing me. So sorry if my mic is a little quiet, I don't know what's going on with that, but today we are doing another joint mod review. It says actually 3 mods by the same person. And while these all may look like normal Unturned guns, with the exceptions to maybe retextures or missing pieces, these are actually customizable weapons. Like, more customizable than just attaching a tactical laser and a sight to it. I'm talking about full-on changing how the weapon works and how it functions. Now, the reason we have 2 fuse slots here is one of them is automatic and one of them is normal. This one's the automatic one. So I guess we should start right off the bat with the Zubek and Zbeknikov. So the Zbeknikov, of course, is just a normal one, and the Zubek is just the same exact thing. It just doesn't have a stock, and you can't put a stock on it. That's literally the only difference, and it's a secondary. So why don't we grab all the attachments that we can throw on this thing. I didn't grab any of the standard pieces, though you can mess with those. Except for apparently I grabbed the standard handguard. Let's get rid of that, shall we? So you can change the handguards on this one for your tactical. You can change your barrels. I mean, you can have a suppressed one here. You can change your stock, and of course you can attach a sight to it. We're not going to worry about that right now, though, but you can essentially completely customize your gun and how it works. So let's go with a carbine barrel. Make this a nice, tiny little thing here. Or why don't we go suppress just for convenience of making sure zombies don't hear us. You got your nice gun here, and the cool thing is everything will actually change how this gun works. Of course, you can put a scope on this, or let me put a sight on this. So everything you have here will actually change the stats. So you put a sniper stock on it, I put that on it, of course. It all changes how the gun actually behaves. It changes the stats. You can make it more accurate, you can make it less accurate. This thing is not going to be accurate, I don't think, at all. But yeah, you can just change how this gun works and make it look really awesome in the process. So I can throw that on there if I wanted to. I can throw tactical handguard, which changes the handle too. Make it look like this. Now it's pressed too. So if I find some zombies, probably some camped around over here somewhere. There's one in the distance. Hit him. Hit him. As you see, my cursor is also a lot smaller now, so it's a little bit more accurate too. So that's actually pretty cool. Like, I do love this Zbeknikov. The reason I didn't cover these mods earlier is this actually specific one here, the Zbeknikov, kept crashing my game for some reason. I don't know why. Let me put a chest, like grab a chest or something here to put my stuff in. And then we can just drop all this and move on to the next one. Well, actually, let me keep the sight. So next up, we have the custom Honey Badger, Eagle Fire, and Maple Strikes. Now, these are exactly what you think they are. They're the exact same thing, except they're Eagle Fires, Maple Strikes, and basically all the American M4 kind of type weapons. So let's close that up. Here we have, obviously, the Honey Badger, which is a secondary. I can only use the stealth stock for this one, apparently. But this is exactly what you think it is. It's just a Honey Badger, but it's customizable. And I think I'm actually going to ignore the Honey Badger for now. And I'm also probably going to ignore the Maple Strike, because you guys know I love my Eagle Fire. And we're just going to focus on this one. Just know that the Maple Strike is automatic and the Honey Badger is an automatic secondary. That's basically all you need to know about it. Let me get rid of all the civilian stuff, because that's what this is. So if I get rid of all that, right here you can see we have ourselves an Eagle Fire. It's just a normal Eagle Fire, but we can put on a stealth barrel. That's an internally suppressed Eagle Fire. Could have put on a DMR barrel. I like putting on this in the Honey Badger stuff. And then I also like throwing on some, where is it? Did I get it? That's not what I wanted. I wanted, it's iron sights. I like doing this, and I think this one actually looks, I think it looks pretty cool, if I do say so myself. And I do say so myself. It's also super accurate now. So like it's pretty cool. And then I can throw my sight on that, and I can change. We can get like a standard handguard for the Maple Strike. We can get a vintage handguard, which isn't actually a thing as far as I know of. Like, I don't think there's actually a gun that's like that in the game. Of course, we got the stealth handguard. You've got the civilian barrel, which is the Eagle Fire's normal barrel, the CQB barrel, the standard barrel, which is Maple Strike, and the internally suppressed Honey Badger barrel. We also have some pretty cool stuff down here. We have a 20 round mag, if you want to make it more of a sniper. We also have a quad stacked 60 round mag, which I think actually looks pretty cool. How about here? You can see it's actually... Ooh, you can't see it right now apparently. But if I go back here, again you can't see because my... Let me drop the weapon and show you. It actually has like this drum type model on it. I think looks really cool. You can throw on the vintage stock. You can throw on the Maple Strike standard stock. You can really customize this however you want. Of course, this does have the drawback of not being able to use vanilla attachments in conjunction with whatever weapon you create and you decide to make. But honestly, I think that's I'm willing to sacrifice that for such an awesomely customizable weapon. Anyways, moving on to the Fusillants and the Bullpups, the Fusillon AUG, which both are different. So I do have to. I am going to show both because they're not the same. Each have their own unique attachment rather than just being the same attachments for the same guns. I think we're going to show off the. Let's go the automatic for customizability's sake. And as you see, a lot of these ones are actually a lot smaller than the other ones. But another cool thing I want to show off, it's just kind of a funny thing you can do. You can strip off all of it and basically just have this, and it still works as a gun, which I think is a little funny. And I guess there really isn't a way for them to change that. Yeah, let's put that and the DMR on there. And let's do this. Now we've got basically what amounts to a DMR. A zombie. We can get a scope for this one. And we found that zombie up there. There it is. And do have this on easy, so let's just be able to straight up hit them and not worry about bullet drop. We also have some other ones. We have. Did I get this? Yeah, I got the standard stuff. Hold on. That's the upper receiver, the AUG barrel, the Fusillon barrel. There's a Fusillon handguard I grabbed. Where is it? Don't need that. Don't need that. Sorry about that. I forgot to check to make sure these weren't the standard versions. But we now have an AUG that's a DMR. We can also go with CQB AUG, tactical upper receiver, which I think looks pretty cool. This looks completely different than what we just had. Still works, but it looks completely different. I think it looks pretty cool actually. So that's the custom AUG. Now moving on to the Fusillon. Drop all the obviously AUG parts here just for a second. Now I've never liked this like sight holder thing on the AUGs. I think I'm gonna go with a flat sight holder, which as you can see you can do. You can also just go with the normal sight holder. You can get a DMR barrel to make this more of a DMR, just like the AUG. I mean, I still don't like that handle on the top. That's my one gripe with the FAMAS based weapons. I never really liked that handle thing. But you can also come with more tactical handguards and grips and stuff, and you can put really any sort of sight on it. This looks legitimately ridiculous with the AUG thing, the AUG scope on it. Let's just put a dot sight on it. That looks a lot better. As you can see, like we just customized the crap out of this one too. We can put a CQB barrel on this one, which of course shortens its range, but I'm sure it probably upgrades its damage a little bit. or its fire rate, stuff that would make it better for CQB. And yes, also as you can see there, you can actually get the parts. They do spawn naturally on the official maps and military locations. So you can actually find the parts and you can craft them from the standard variants. So I kind of move here so no zombies find me. If I grab myself just a normal Eagle Fire, I can go in here and I can make a custom Eagle Fire here. Now you've got your custom Eagle Fire. Just to prove that it is in fact the custom Eagle Fire, I will take off all of its stuff. See, it's custom Eagle Fire. So unfortunately you can't actually mix and match pieces of other guns, so I can't throw on any Eagle Fire stuff onto this. But I think, honestly, I think that's forgivable. Though I do actually wonder something. Hold on a second. If I go into... I have these pulled up so I can grab this. If I go into here, these are all by Mr. Mister, by the way. 76. I can use quad stack, look at that. So I guess these count as actual normal military grade magazines, don't they? Probably stick them in my normal Eagle Fire. Let's do a little experiment here. If I check this in, yes, I can put that in my normal Eagle Fire. That is going to be so useful. I won't be nearly as annoyed at that 3-round burst. But yeah, that's basically this mod. Personally, I think it's a really cool mod, and I'm glad that something like this exists because it adds a whole other layer of tactics into the game if you're messing around with this mod. Of course, I could always just throw a drum on this, but with 3-round burst weapons, it's kind of annoying to have the 100, and then, at least for me, at least, everything has to be kind of even and perfect for me. It's just a weird thing my brain does. I get super annoyed if I'm trying to use a 3-round burst weapon, but I don't have a 3-round, like the amount of bullets in my mag isn't exactly like 3 rounds, or a multiple of 3, if that makes sense. I'm just rambling at this point. I'm just going to end the video here.